Hey everyone, I've got a couple more things to review for you today and show you, and at the end of my video I will show you my extremely exciting Christmas presents. I already got them early. I get my Christmas presents and my birthday presents and every other kind of present early. So Viseart palette I picked up during the VIB Rouge 20% off. Viseart palette, heard a lot about this one. This one is the Neutral Mattes. Number 1 is the number on it. It's called Professional Preview Matte Eyeshadow Palette. All mattes here. Now, the price on this was pretty hefty, I have to tell you. These are expensive palettes. They're 80 bucks. I'm trying to decide if it's really worth the money or not. Of course, I did get a discount on it, so that's a good deal. Viseart, never used their stuff before. It does have in the center a little director's chair, so it really makes you kind of think maybe it's like for professional makeup artists that do like photo shoots and movies and videos and things like that. Maybe that's what they're trying to get across in their logo. Anyway, it's all mattes. They have several of these palettes. There's one that's all brights. There's one that they're calling bridal that has some purples in it and some neutrals in it. Really, the formula is interesting on these. They're really pigmented. They're extremely matte. And this one in particular seems to have a lot of warm. There's a lot of peach in these down here. This one is really white, but these are very peach. They don't really look like it on camera, but they're very peach toned. Then of course you have this bright orange. This is a warm tone right here. This is a warm tone. This one is a cooler tone, and that's what I have on my lid today. And I'll walk you through how I put these on. So here's what we ended up with today. Using all of this palette right here. I started out on my eyelid with this color right here. It is a sort of a warmish, very light brown. It's a caramel color. The pigmentation on these is extreme. The softness of them is extreme. I want to show you, after I did both my lids, there was really no kick up of powder or excess on this color after I did my lids. This color looks exactly the same now as it did after I did both lids. Some of these colors are very dense like that, to where there's not a lot of kick up of powder. Some of them kick up fairly decent, but I would say overall this entire palette is really not a powdery type of deal. In the crease I did this upper corner one here, which is a brown. It's a cooler brown. It looks very cool in the palette. Not as cool on, I would say. That was the crease, and then as a transition I did this warmer brown, peachy brown as a transition. In the outer corner I did this dark brown right here. That was one of the ones that seemed to not give me a whole lot of kick up of powder. So it just kind of was hit and miss with them being very powdery or being very dense and holding together. The highlight really surprised me. There's so much pigmentation and so much density to these colors that when you put your highlight on, it's visible. It's not just some sheer wash like a lot of highlight colors are. I used this second one from the corner, and it is the palest peach yellow. I used for my liner I picked up another one of these Lancome Drama liquid pencils from Sephora this weekend. I have one in sort of a navy color. This one's called Brulee, and it is a dark chocolate brown. I lined up top with that. Super soft, super blendable, super get in your lashes-able. Really love these pencils. Love them. So I lined in that, but then I thought that it wasn't really dark enough for the rest of the shadow, so I went on top of it, put some of this black matte that they have in the corner here. That went on really nicely on top of it. Then I lined underneath in on the outer part this dark chocolate color, and then toward the middle the color that I had used in the crease up here in this corner. You probably can't really see a color difference. There wasn't a lot of color difference when I put those on. So Viseart, I don't know if it's worth 80 bucks. I mean, 80 bucks for 12 eyeshadows. You know, I mean, that's a lot. Even at a discount, that's a lot. I don't know. I think there are matte shadow palettes out there that are like this. Yes, they're soft. Yes, I like the pigmentation of it, the density of it. It doesn't fly all over the place. But I just think there are probably matte palettes out there that are not this pricey, that can deliver decent softness and decent blendability and decent pigmentation. So today I tried out, and I tried this out yesterday. I've tried this out a couple of times already too. Hypnose Drama from Lancome. I have a sample of it here. Tried that out today. It's called Excessive Black is the color on this one. And so when you pull it out, it has this curved brush. Now mine has, like, some of the bristles have gone crazy on the end. It's probably not normally like that, and it's definitely not a fibery mascara. That's not a fiber sticking out there. It's one of the lashes is gone, like, crimped. But so it's got this arched brush. Very interesting. You can kind of just lay it in there and get it just right under your lashes. So I have this on, but I can't say that I'm just super impressed with it. It seems to be just a very blah mascara. Now, I do like the brush. The brush allows you to really get in, and it hooks a lot of your lashes. The underside of the curved side has shorter bristles, and then you've got the long bristles going out from it. You see the shorter bristles on the bottom. So it allows you to get in there. I do like the brush. It does seem to grab a lot of lashes. However, the formula on it is not wonderful. It's a very creamy formula. Now, it's dense and it's pigmented, but it's a very creamy, liquidy type formula. There's no dryness to it. There's no body to it. There's no volumizing particles to it. There's no fibers. It's just a very liquidy, smooth finish on this. So therefore, it doesn't give me a whole lot of a boost on my eyelashes. It doesn't give me a whole lot of volume or you know, volumizing. So it's kind of something you may have to put on a couple of coats to really get a good effect on it. I have to tell you, I love the smell though. These Lancome mascaras, like I used to use the doll lashes one. This smells exactly the same, and I love the smell of these. They are, I didn't notice it in the Definicils. I don't think the Definicils has the same smell. The most wonderful rose garden smell, like you're walking through a rose garden, and there's old dried roses and there's fresh new roses. Oh, it's just the most beautiful smell, and for quite a long time after you put it on, you can still smell that aroma. So that is the best part of this mascara. Otherwise, it's just kind of a mascara. It's not very exciting. Today, I tried a sample of this Cover FX Total Cover Cream Foundation, the ultimate 2-in-1 foundation plus concealer. Okay, this is heavy duty stuff right here. Heavy duty. It is like putty. It is like clay. It is amazing how it covers you. It covers everything on your face. Can you see how hard it is to see all my million freckles and melasma today? That's because I used this. So I ended up using the N20. It seems to have sort of a similar system to the MAC foundations, where you have a neutral, you have a G, is what they're calling, what MAC would call W, golden undertone. They have pink undertone, neutral undertone, golden undertone. That's what this chart tells you right here. I ended up using the sample N20. They have all the way to N0. They have N10 and N0 as well. I think this was a really good color match. I didn't think it would be. Looking at the sample, it looks very orange and very peach. And when I put it on just to see what it looked like real quick, it looked very peach. I think it ended up being a good color match. This stuff is thick. So think about like your thickest, most hardcore, heavy-duty concealer, like maybe the Boing concealer from Benefit. Think about something that's that hard to move around, and that's this foundation. It's meant to be a concealer and a foundation in one, which is a great idea, I think. But let me tell you, when I was putting it on, a brush will not apply it. You cannot use a brush with this. Brush will not work. I have this really nice brush that I got at Sephora a long time ago that I love to put my foundations on with, and I kind of buff it into the skin and move it around that way. Does not work on this. Does not work. It's too stiff. It's too putty-like. Yet it doesn't seem to dry and stay stuck in one place. For instance, like I've tried the Revlon Color Stay foundation, that really hardcore foundation, and I've tried that before, and once you put it down like that, you can't move it around. I've tried a couple of foundations like that. This is not quite like that. It doesn't ever dry up like, you know, you put it on and it's not going to move. It doesn't ever dry up, but it is hard to move around. It really responds well to your fingers. And let me tell you, it takes a long time to do your face with this because of all the stippling and moving and poking around that you have to do with your fingers. You can't just get a brush and in 2 seconds be done. It is a process. That's what I wanted to say. It is a process to get your entire face finished with this Cover FX. This is not an in the hurry type of foundation, although it does save you a step with the concealer. I think the concealer did a fantastic job. Look at that. Concealer aspect of this, fantastic. Coverage aspect, fantastic. I'm going to check back in with you later and let you know how it wore. I have a feeling it is not going to move. I did powder it down, so that'll help it stay on, but I did have to go back and sort of take some of it out of my crease right here around my nose and mouth because it was looking a little bit cakey. But if you really feel like you've got a day when you really feel freckly, melasma-y, age spotty, like I do every day, this is a fantastic foundation to get to do your concealer and to get all of your spots colored. Very buildable because of the stiffness of it. You can put on a layer, do something else, and then put another layer on top. I put 2 layers on my chin and 2 layers on my nose and 2 layers over here with all my spots. And it held up really, really well. I may have to grab a little bit of this because this kind of coverage I don't see every day. I've tried the Estee Lauder Double Wear. It didn't cover me. I don't know. This is hardcore. Okay, it's time for presents. Every year we do this. A lot of things we look at are limited edition. And I've had my eye on this bag since this summer. My representative at Dior, I'm a Dior girl. I don't know. I used to be a Chanel girl. I don't care about Chanel anymore. It's just all Dior. They just keep coming out with new things. And every time I go in and see my lady there, she shows me new things. And she shows me, this is what I saw at the runway show. Wait till you see this in person. This is coming out next spring. Whatever. She shows me pictures. So I'd had my eye on this bag since this summer. And she told me it was it was used in their Tokyo runway show. And as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. I had to wait a few months because it is an expensive bag. But anyway, she still happened to have one. So we went ahead and got it and had to get it as soon as we could because we knew if we waited till Christmas, it would probably be gone. So if you don't already know, my favorite color is purple. And I don't have a purple bag. So I had to get this one. So here it is. It's Christian Dior. It is dark plum, and it's so large. Let me back up the camera. It is called a Diorissimo. The name of it is Diorissimo. That's the style. It's all leather, smooth, soft leather, deep plum with lavender accents. The inside, I took all my junk out so that you could see the inside. The inside is a fantastic lavender color to match the handles. And on the inside, you get, this is sort of a freebie with your purchase, a pochette in lavender size. Now I've got my makeup bag in there. That's my makeup bag, which I love having a matching makeup bag for this bag. And then on the sides, it's snake. I have never ever had a skin type bag, snake, crocodile, ostrich, whatever. Never really liked a lot of them, but as I'm getting older, I'm starting to like some of them. This one is just a mirror finish. And then, of course, you got your little charms that say Dior. It's a big bag. It's fairly heavy. It comes with a strap. The strap is the same lavender color. And while we were there, my husband and I both saw these little booties and both liked them. And I thought for sure he would hate them. Because they're just not really something I would see him thinking was pretty. But they're adorable, and I've been needing some black booties, so I got these 2. This is my other Christmas present. They're black suede. They have a little tie right here, little tassels. The little tassels have CD on them for Christian Dior, and they're wedges, and they're lined up here with mink. The inside is lined in sort of a rabbit fur, I think. It's just a very thin layer of rabbit fur. Makes it extra warm, extra toasty, extra dry for wintertime. And in black, of course, I'm going to wear them a million times. I've already worn them several times this weekend with jeans, but they look really good with black leggings and sort of a long sweater or something like that. So those are my Christmas presents for the year. I don't think I need anything else. I've spent enough on makeup this year, so I think I'm doing pretty good. However, our anniversary is about 3 weeks after Christmas, so I told him he needs to get started on that, but no, not really. That's probably it. So anyway, that is my Christmas present. Those are my Christmas presents, and I'm spoiled, and I got them early. You know, yes, I am spoiled. So since I got that bag, I found myself I've been wearing a lot more purple and a lot more black and a lot more purple eyeshadow. So lots of products today. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time, and thanks for watching.